Okay, I finally got it down. It's gonna be quite a bit of work. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be attempting to fix, repot and make this huge mess here look better. This is a golden pothos and it's really long and really lanky and just not very good looking. It actually came with the house when we bought it about 6 years ago, and I've never actually repotted it, and it's in this ugly pot here, as you can see, and it's all dusty and gross because it's been on top of one of our closets, and it's just not good. So I want to make it look better and fix it and prune it and repot it and make it look healthy again, and I'll show you how to do that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna inspect it. I'm gonna look it over to see if there's actually something I can salvage, or if I need to just cut the whole thing and propagate it. So that's the first step. So I'm gonna just look it over and see if I can even repot any of it, and if not, then I'm just gonna prop the whole thing, and I'll show you how to do that. So honestly guys, I think I'm just gonna have to cut everything and just propagate it, because look at this, it's basically just stem. There's hardly anything that's left in the pot, so it's not worth trying to repot this mess. So I'm just gonna be brutal about it and just cut it all and propagate it all, and so let's get to it. Okay, so which one shall I cut first? The first cut is the hardest. Oh, I'm laughing at my own jokes. Okay. Brutal. Time to get brutal. Alright. So, I'm just going to cut it right off the end here, and there we go. Cut. Alright, there's one. And I'm just putting them to the side for now. It actually does look like there's something coming here, but I'm just gonna look at it after. So I'm just cutting it all. I'm just being totally brutal about it and just cutting it. This is like it's all kind of grown together. I'm sorry, little guy. I'm sorry I neglected you for 6 years. But now we'll make a fresh start and you'll be happy. Okay, I think I got all the vines out. Oh, here's one more. There we go. Okay, so what am I left with? I'm left with this. 3 little things in there. So these I'm just gonna dig out, and these I can repot, but the rest is I'm just gonna have to propagate. Okay, I'm just gonna take a spoon and I'm just gonna go ahead and get the first one out of here. So that's all that's left over of what was actually planted in the pot, and the rest is just vine. So let's see what we're left over with. We have this big mess of just vines, lanky vines with tons of stem. So let's cut that all to size. So the first thing you want to do is kind of just identify what to cut. So obviously anything that that you want to keep, you cut it. So this, I want to keep that because that has some leaves on it. So I'm just gonna cut that, and you can see the aerial roots on it right here. That's what's gonna form the water root when you stick it in the water. These brown little nubbins there. So I want to leave lots of those on so that it makes lots of root. So I'm just gonna cut it right here, and then I'm just gonna put in my little pan over here. Okay, and anything that I don't want, I'm just gonna toss. So this is basically just stem. You can see nothing was gonna grow on here. And with pothos, they will not grow new leaves on bare stems like this unless you cut the plant, like unless you prune it. And that will push out new growth from any of the nodes that come behind the cut. But if you have a bare stem like this, it will never ever make leaves on that stem. It'll just be a bare stem forever. And this is just gonna go in the garbage. I know some people propagate from just bare stems, and that works, but I don't have patience for it, and I'd rather just water propagate the rest because I have so much of it. So here, there's a bunch, and that's just there's a dead leaf, so I'm just gonna cut that as well. This is actually the only kind of good vine that's left of it. But if you are propagating it, you don't want to leave it too long because it's easier if it just has a couple leaves on each section. It will grow faster that way. Or the roots rather will grow faster that way. Okay, this is what I'm left with. A big pothos salad. Pothos salad. So these I'm gonna water propagate, and then in a couple months they'll be ready to get replanted. So pothos actually root super easy in water and in soil as well, but I just like to do them in water because it's just super easy, and it's no fuss. You just stick them in water and they'll create roots. And I'm just using this. I'm using a big vase because I have so many. I'm just gonna stick them all, hopefully I'll stick them all in here together, and I'll show you how to do that. Super simple. So basically you just start taking your cuttings that you just made, and don't forget where up or down was. Or you know what, I'm actually gonna take a break. I'm gonna wash these first because they're so dusty. Like I'm getting dusty just from touching them. So BRB. Okay, we're back. All right, now that we've washed the pothos so they're not so dusty anymore, all you do is basically just stick the end, well, the bottom end, so you have to kind of remember which end is up. Although with Pothos, they'll grow either way, but they'll grow faster if you have the right side in the water. So the side that it would grow out of, basically like the bottom end of it, the start of the vine, as opposed to the tip of the vine, if that makes any sense. So you want to stick the aerial roots, the little brown nubbins, you want to make sure that those are in the water at all times while you're water rooting them. And don't worry if some of the leaves are in the water, that's fine. Basically, you can grow these plants in just water. People grow them in fish tanks. Yeah, so it's completely fine if they're in the water. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them all in there. And some of them I might have to put into a different vase because they might not stay in here, but we'll see. So here we go. I put as many as I could into this vase, and I left a couple other ones for a different vase. But here we go. And in a month or so, they'll have enough roots. Maybe 2 months, we'll see. I'll keep you updated, and then you can plant them. And I'm gonna put these on a grow shelf, but you don't have to put them on the grow shelf. You can put them in a windowsill or just on a shelf, just as long as it gets sunlight. Make sure they stay kind of warm. Don't let them cool down too much, because for roots to develop, they need to have a little bit of warmth. So yeah, here are ones that I have already rooted, and they've been rooting in here for probably like half a year or so, just because I didn't know where to put them, and I just kind of left them in there. But you can see they have lots and lots of roots. So these are ready to be planted soon. Whenever I get the time, whenever I feel like it, I'll plant these. Okay, so you remember the lone survivors, the ones that were left in the pot that actually had roots? This is all that's left from that big, huge thing. Well, I'm gonna just stick these in with this other pot of pothos that I have. And just for now, I'm just gonna put them in there until those other pieces have rooted. And once those all have rooted, I'm gonna put all of this one, these, and the rooted pieces together in a brand new pot. And I'm actually, my plan is to put it on a nice moss pole and get it growing upwards. And once I'm ready to do that, I'm gonna make another video and I'll show you. So here we go. This is what it looks like with the little pieces in it. And it doesn't look great, but it looks all right. And at least I got to save the pieces that I could. And once all the other cuttings are done, once they've rooted, I'm gonna make an update, and I'll see you then. I hope this helped. And if you have anything to add, leave it in the comments. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.